I really need y'all to pick up my latest books, A Time for Revenge, The Black Revolution Part 1 and Part 2. In these books, I cover everything. You understand? And especially the behavior patterns of black people. I don't care where you're from, whether you're from the Caribbean, Africa, or you're African American. All of you have the same tendencies and the same behavior patterns. African Americans love to tell, immigrants, black immigrants, oh, why didn't you stay in your country and fix your country when y'all doing the same shit here? You understand what I'm saying? First, you must remember that the reason why Africans and Caribbean people are running away from their own nation is because those nations are being destabilized by white people with the street gangs and everything else, okay? They're undermined. Their governments are undermined. It's the same thing with the black community, with the crack epidemic by Ronald Reagan and everything. So black people tend to move to white communities for a better life for their children. But in doing so, you all put your kids in danger. This is why we ended up with Nolan Wells and a whole lot of other, situations that are similar. When I was in college, there were black people on campus who just didn't identify with us because they had grown up around white people. So they did everything in their power to fit in with white people. They became the token. They didn't speak like us. You understand? They were always that one token or two tokens at the white parties. They never partied with us. But that's because their parents made them that way. Because most of the time, these black people don't have enough pride in them to stay in their own community, to build their community, because they're looking for validation from white people. When they start making a little bit of money, they think being in proximity to whiteness is better for them and their family. And that is the unfortunate part. This is why we end up with a Brandon Tatum, the sellouts. And you have to remember too, most of these sellouts are descendants of sellout. There were house Negroes who had kids, grandkids, and that's who you're seeing today that are selling black people out today. It doesn't end. The bloodline is still alive. And y'all need to remember that. Again, A Time for Revenge, The Black Revolution Part 1 and 2.